to Raya Shikshan Sanstha's Western Region English Medium YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn Subject Science and Technology Part 1 Standard 9 Lesson name Laws of Motion. Video number 4. Determining the direction of velocity in uniform circular motion. For this we have to do one activity. Take a circular disc and put a 5 rupee coin at a point of along its edge. Make it move around its axis by putting a pin through it. When the disc is moved at higher speed, the coin will be thrown off as shown in the figure alongside. Note the direction in which it is thrown off and repeat the action, placing the coin once again at different points, changing every time along the edge of the circle and observe the direction in which coin is thrown off. The coin will be thrown off in the direction of tangent, which is perpendicular to the radius of the disc, and thus the direction in which it gets thrown off depends on its position at the moment of getting thrown off. It means that as the coin moves along a circular path, the direction of its motion is changing at every point. Next, inertia. You remember in its standard, you learn about inertia, and it is on page number 16. That is, what is meant by inertia? So, standard 8, page number 16, the tendency of an object to remain in its existing state is called inertia. This is why an object is stationary state remains in the same state and object in the motion remain in the state of motion in absence of external force. The inertia of an object to change its state of motion on its own. Inertia is the tendency of an object to remain at rest or in motion. An object will remain at rest or move at constant speed in a straight line. It also explains the unbalanced forces which cause a change in the state of object at rest or in uniform motion. The physical force that keeps things where they are keeps them moving in the direction they are traveling. Balance and unbalanced force. If two individual forces are of equal magnitude and opposite direction, then the forces are said to be balanced. An object is said to be acted upon an unbalanced force only when there is an individual force that is not being balanced by a force of equal magnitude and in the opposite direction. Balanced forces do not cause a change in motion. When balance acts on an object at rest, the object will not move. If you push against a wall, the wall pushes back with an equal but opposite force. Forces that cause a change in motion of an object are unbalanced forces. Also, you learn in the 8th standard that 8th standard also balance and unbalanced forces. Equal gravitational force acts on both the pan when equal masses are kept in them. This means that balanced forces act on the box with effective force equal to 0. And if more mass is kept in one pan than the other, the box starts moving in the direction of pan with more mass. When unequal forces are applied to the box on two sides, an unbalanced force acts on the box, resulting in imparting motion. Newton's first law of motion. An object continues to remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. All instances of inertia are examples of Newton's first law of motion. The law states a body at rest will remain at rest and a body in motion will remain in motion unless it is acted upon by external force. This means that things cannot start, stop or change direction all by themselves. It requires some force acting on them from the outside to cause such a change. Newton's second law of motion. The rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied force and the change of momentum occurs in the direction of force. What is momentum? Momentum is denoted with capital P. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity of an object. That is, P is equal to mv, mass and velocity, rate of change of momentum. ma is proportional to the applied force. So, equation becomes F is equal to m into A. Newton's third law of motion. Force is reciprocal action between two objects. Forces are always act in pairs. The forces between two objects are always equal and opposite. Every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force which acts simultaneously. Third law states that for every action in the nature, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In other words, if object exert a force on object B, then object B also exert an equal and opposite force on object A. Do understand the concept and revise at home. Thank you.